Hello everybody, Tony here, and today we're back with more OceanBlock2. So, as you can see, we have our budding amethyst over here, along with some more universal cables, powering stuff. You will not believe the lengths I had to go. I went all the way up here, down this way, down over here, this way, back down again, all the way down here, then finally this way, and there were two over here. I'm not salty about it, but it is done, and now I can show you how it works. This is actually pretty cool. I thought I was going to be having to because I put it here, I thought I was going to have to put it here, target this, and then just have to keep turning it on and off. But actually, if it's pointing at the budding amethyst, it just does it automatically and holds it in the inventory. So you could just keep that running essentially forever as long as it has storage space. You can even connect it to the AE system. As you can see, I put these holes right here because at some point I'm gonna have to break this down. That way I can automate it through the AE, because currently I'm just coming down here, putting in blocks of ores. It goes in, comes out of the chest, and I put it in. I'm gonna want it to connect here, so it drops the blocks in, goes through, and then pulls them back out into the system to make it fully automatic. But we don't really need to do that yet. I also spent some time putting some upgrades in these, so they all have speed 8 and energy 8. So they're as fast as they can be, and luckily they're not guzzling too much power, but our generator is functioning pretty well. Let's see, this is going to start stealing a bunch of power, so let's turn you off for now. As you can hear it, the fermenter is running at all times. I got the garden cloche going. We have tier 5 supremium farmland in here, so it's growing beets pretty fast. And it's mostly automated. I put a pump in here. As you can see, it has 5 minutes of time. It does not have to fill up with water that often, so it runs pretty long time. You don't even need the fertilizer, I think. As you can see, it just makes it grow 30% faster. The only thing I dislike about it is that whenever you unload this chunk, this junction seems to forget what it was doing. So you have to come in here and hit with the wrench to fix it, which is a little bit annoying. It means you can't have this fully automatic all the time because it will just turn off. Along with these catalysts, they're pretty expensive to run with the prismarine shards, but you can see you just toss them in here and it starts mixing. Also had trouble automating this because I put the pipe here. If you try to pipe in more, it puts it in these slots and then it'll stop working, which is pretty annoying. But this does give us a lot of fuel, as you can see here, which lets us run for a very long time. So it's mostly automatic, not that big of a deal. And with a stack of 64 redstone and our nitrate, which is over here, it runs long enough that I don't really have to worry about it. And then I'm sure at some point I could figure out how to fully automate this as well. I could probably just put a ME exporter right here and just tell it, hey, every once in a while, just dump 1 and 1. Like so. And it's good to go. Keep that in here. So, now that we have all of that fluxite, we can go ahead and take a look at the flux gates. So let's see here. You do have to assemble it in the assembler. So we're going to need a platinum ingot, 2 fluxite, and a processing unit. So let's see, I think we might have one in here. Processing unit. No, we do not. Need one of these also in here. So we're going to need redstone, carbon fiber, plastic sheet, and electrum. Plastic sheets, carbon fiber, electrum ingots, and let's see, I wish you could bookmark it, but it won't let me. and redstone. Okay, so we got the redstone here. So that's for the processing unit. And then we need 2 fluxite and platinum. So as you can see, I left it running for quite a while. And our platinum ingots, just take 8. You might have noticed a bit more stuff, like this right here. Pretty nifty. So this essentially is a barrel full of Certus quartz. And this will automatically harvest it from the cluster. As you can see, it won't do it right now because it's trying to output and it sees that this is full, so it just won't do it. But I have an ME requester here. And as you can see, it's set to store 64 charge and 64 fluix. So if you come in here, and I take it some charged, it turns on. You can see it's requesting. You come to the back here, and you can see it's now charging. So it automatically keeps that stock in there, which is very nice. And you can have it set to other stuff as well. It helps with the auto crafts. I threw in acceleration cards into these to make them go faster. But for a lot of crafts that use the processors, it's much more efficient just to keep them on hand. So I don't have to wait that time. Okay, so let's come over here. I also threw the platinum ingot into here. Where'd I put it? There it is. So I can always make more platinum and kind of skip the, let's make 32. And skip the whole fuel refining. Just because it's really complicated and I didn't like doing it. So now we come to our assembler here. We need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Remembered it off the top of my head. It's pretty slow. Need to put some speed add-ons on this. Our processing unit, 2 fluxite, and platinum. Now I was thinking how I can automate this. If I put the crafting module here, I think I can just have it output into the machine into this way, and then it'll do it. Just depends on how many of these I'll need to craft. Ooh, a ruby ring. Netherite? Yeah, plus 5 health. Cool. Fluxite is the perfect crystal. Got it confused. Is a crystal specifically designed to allow perfect flow of electricity? That's what I'd say if I wanted to sound like I know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm just guessing. Installing these into a circuit board might allow me to control exactly how my suit responds to pressure. So now we can make the fragment forge. Because it looks like, yeah, we're almost done because we need to craft this. Oh! It's actually just crafting that with 4 Eclipse alloy, atomic alloy, and energetic. So I could actually finish this, but we're only 2 away. So that means we will need 1 more, because this needs 1 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's craft it while we're here. And there it is. And it's nice now that we have the flux gate that lets us get to the big solar panel. This will take 2. But this is just free power. 0. What's the word? Feeding. Just hook it up and it's good to go. It does take 2 though. 2 of these. So we'll need more. Okay, so 1 of these here. Here, and there. So this is definitely something I want to automate. Because if I want to make a bunch of solar panels, I don't want to be sitting here doing this manually by hand over and over. I mean, I could. I have infinite time. But kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, so now that we have 2 of these, let's make our fragment forge. I should also invest in one of the wireless ones so I can just not have to come up here all the time. So let's see, we're missing 1 motor, 2 coils. What is that? Invar. Oh, that's easy enough. Invar is just 2 iron and nickel. Two iron, nickel. Get that going in here. Turn this off. And let's see. Yeah, Invar ingot. Okay, let's throw it in here. Gonna have to stand right here to do this. See, I wonder if I use fluid pipes, will it just... Yeah, it should work. If I because the Oratech pipe doesn't have an inventory, that's why it's booting it out like that. I don't know why it broke from the patch, because before it was working fine. Can I put... Is it going faster? Cool. Let's see, let's speed this up. Kind of a slow process. Let's go even faster. Okay, we're done. Now this part we can't make it go faster. Although I could start doing that because we have a lot of blocks in here. Takes a long time, doesn't it? Let's see, could I automate this? I don't think I need to now that I think about it, because if you take a look at Invar, you can make it in an arc furnace, and an arc furnace has an inventory. That's a lot easier to manage. Oh, you can also just throw it in an alloyer. But for right now, this bulk process, just to make a bunch at one time, is a little bit more efficient. And now these mechanism pipes do have an inventory, so I think if I just plop one in here, it should just do it automatically. Don't have to play catch. Okay, that one just went in the lava and burned. Nice. And let's grab this. It's good enough for now. We'll let it keep going. Okay, so we needed more coils, a motor, and our fragment forge. Nice. The fragment forge can be made to break down items and sometimes gives extra items. This can be used to create more platinum and fluxite. A random relic crate, 100 XP. Ice skates, useless. I'm going to throw those away. But from what I've seen from the forge, I'm not quite sure how to use it to make more platinum. Osmium, because if you look, it says you can take raw platinum and platinum cluster to turn it into the clump and then the small clump. And then you could take some of the small clump to make another clump. But how exactly does that produce more platinum? You understand? You get me? Let's see, how many blocks does this need? This requires 7 machine cores. And we have 1. Basic machine core. So, let me show you the power of auto crafting. So we want this, which needs that. This requires a primitive. And then the primitive requires a crafting table, which I think it already knows how to make, right? Yes. As you can see, I have a bunch of stuff in here now. Throw that in here. And then now I need 6 of these. It's got everything. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're done. That's what makes auto crafting so nice. Okay, so let's see. A lot of our power is down here. Let's put this guy. How big is this multi-block? It doesn't show me really. If it's a multi-block that requires 7 and looks like that. Okay, so it's a 2x2. So we can put it, I think right here works. Now we do need a pipe. No, these are logistical. I need energy. Basic universal cable. Let's see, can't connect it from here. Might have some in here. Basic cable. No, this is a pressurized tube. Universal cable, here we go. 16 should be enough. And then at some point I'm going to have to replace all of these with the more advanced version. Let's see. This is input and output, that's fine. Because that means the power's coming through here into here, and then we could just have it pumped out like so. Okay, now that that's done, let's take a look at the pressure upgrade Mach 2. Yep, just in the leggings. So we're missing the depth upgrade Mach 1, which we can get. We just need to pull it out of our pants. 4 is the max, right? Yeah. Then we need some more Eclipse alloy, which there's a very easy way to do that. Take one of these. We need atomic alloy, which is refined obsidian and reinforced alloy. And then 2 energetic alloy ingots, which is redstone, gold, and glowstone. So that's good enough. Good thing I kept the pipes, because I need to connect with this machine here. Yep, I'm getting power. Cool. That's going to get those 2. And then for this one, we need reinforced alloy, which is infused and diamond. Grab some diamond. Where is our infused? Have a bunch of those. As you can see, I made the master infusion crystal. Wasted a lot of diamonds making that, because I forgot to tell it to use substitutions, so every time it wanted to craft some essence, it created a whole new infusion ingot. Okay, so we need one of these, so infused and a diamond. So you put in here, put a diamond in there. Oh, this has to be dust. Silly me. Let's see, crushing factory. Cool. And we'll hold that for spares. Okay, then for the atomic, we need refined obsidian. And as you saw, we do have some ingots of that from when I made the atomic disassembler. I think it said it only needs 1. 40. So we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna crush that, take this, come in here, reinforced, 4 of this. Oh, it worked, there it goes. And our energetic alloy. Now we can throw this in here. Oh, I forgot to make the eclipse. Let's see, I don't already have it in there, right? Eclipse. should take 20 seconds, I believe. Yep, there we go. That's half of it done. Airdrop incoming. Clips alloy. As you can see, I made it make some more platinum in here, and then take 72 metal, precious, and then 144 nether. So we're gonna need more of that, but we just need one for right now. Faster. Oh, we need two actually, because I wasted one to make this one. That's done. I wonder how I can have that hooked up to just request one. Because it just makes it from nothing. So that goes in here. And then that's it. Bam. Now let's throw this into our pants. No pressure. I was right. The flux gate did the trick. It allows me precise control over how my suit reacts when I'm deep underwater by reinforcing all the weak points directly. This means I can stop the pressure entirely. This allows you to ignore all pressure underwater. Gives us a rare loot crate with another garnet ring and a chaos box. You know, I've been hoarding these. Should I open it? I should be fine. Let's see. I do like these armor rings though. That's a lot of armor. Let's see, let's come over here where less damage can happen depending on what happens. Okay, well that was not cute. Luckily our matter cannon dealt with him very easily. I did upgrade this, so now it has an energy storage card and 3 acceleration cards. Each shot does 40 damage, which is double of the assembler. Let's see, so is that it? That wasn't too bad. I have a couple more. Let's open those as well. See what happens. Not gonna open them all at once, that's for sure. Huh, that's actually somewhat useful. Put you right here. No soliciting. Okay, let me put the gun right next to it. Another blaze jet rod, cactus, and this guy again. Okay, well that's a little annoying. Can I break this? I can. You know, that wasn't really that interesting. I thought some cooler stuff was gonna happen. But I digress. Let's see, what are we missing? Oh, it's this thing. The fragment forge. Oh, okay, so if you use the machine yield add-on, that could be how you get a lot more duplicates. And then large energy storage holds a base value of 20 million RF that can be upgraded with add-ons. The large energy storage accepts energy from all green ports, but can only output through a single red port. Cool. Okay. So lastly is this, which is make the explorer's compass. Now there are a couple over there, but I guess I can just do that off screen, really not that important. So that means we've finally unlocked the final chapter, the rift below. What about the archives? Why haven't I seen anything here? Oh, they have been updating. Let's read that at the end, because that's like the story for what's going on. Okay, voices from the rift. I'm starting to think being able to swim this deep is kind of a problem. Right under my escape pod, I start hearing whispers. This mysterious power called out to me. I didn't see anything on the ocean floor, but the whispers got louder. I began to dig further down, and that's when I found what looks to be an ancient temple. Right in the center, there was the answer to getting off this planet, but the creatures from it just won't stop coming. Swim underneath your escape pod and dig beneath the ocean floor to find the rift portal. Cool. Alright, let me grab some elevators so I don't have to make the trip up and down every time. And instead of walking all the way there, let's grab my jetpack. I crafted this in between episodes. Get rid of that. Dump all of this stuff. As you can see, very convenient. There's nothing in here, right? Oh. Cool. Didn't know that was here. Gonna keep that. And an acceleration card. 3 of them, nice. Alright, into the depths we go. Oh, let me put this right here. Okay, it's right here. Down we go. Anything tries to go some problems, we're just gonna blast them. Helmet's a little low on pressure, but should be fine. Since I put the storage upgrades, having it at 5.5 still means there's a lot in there. Let's see, faster please. Oh, spooky. It says we've entered the abyssal plane. Conduit power. Let's see, let's not dig straight down. Lots of stuff happen when you dig straight down. Where are my torches? Did not bring any. Awesome. Okay, but this is where the elevator is going to be, so just got to be careful. Huh. Not seeing it yet. Huh. It's supposed to be right here. You know what? That's probably why they wanted you to make the compass. But maybe it's just deeper down. Alright, looks like that's crush depth. Huh. Okay, it works. Huh. Well, it said it's right underneath. The only thing I can think of is that we got conduit power somewhere up here. So let's go back up there and see what happens if we dig around. We were also in the water for that as well. let's see. Quite a ways to go. Almost there. Let's see, it was somewhere up here, because I think it's near where that conduit power was at. Yeah, if I'm in the water. Yeah, conduit power. Okay, let's start digging. Let's see. Let's dig. I want a tunnel. Like, small tunnel. There we go. Here it is. I knew we were nearby. Okay, let's put our elevator. And it should still work, I believe. Yep, cool. Now where is the conduit? Oh, it's in the center here. And there's the rift portal. I'm not seeing the creatures it was talking about, though. That is a lot of free skulk that I can take for myself, though. Voices from the rift. Sneak 100. Sneak near a skulk sensor or a warden to prevent it from seeing you. Spooky. So there's a sensor around here somewhere. I don't see it, though. Alright, let's consult our quest book. Activating the rift portal. After finding the portal structure, I have thought more about how to activate it in the temple. The goo I have might just be the answer to activating this rift. Polymorphic fluid can really transform into anything, and combining it with the power from the end should give me something I can use. Craft a bucket of portal fluid using the portal fluid catalyst. I need chorus fruit, which I don't have. Chorus. Let's see, we can make it with a proto-chorus, mineral berries. I believe that's a tree, right? Okay, so it looks like I'll need to make a mineral tree to get the berries, to make the proto-chorus, and then use the proto-chorus let's see. Then you can use this with the Nautech crystal to make a chorus fruit. So it looks like we'll have to do that. Let's see. I think I'm strong enough to just one-shot. What's his name? It doesn't look like swimming actually makes a lot of noise. That's good. Also turn the amethyst down here. Let's see. If I punch it, yeah. Punching it makes noise. Yeah, come on. Well, these are just sensors. Where's the big guy? Oh, don't see it. Said it's here somewhere. But I'm glad we found it. Luckily didn't have to go too far. I thought that it would just generate directly under. That's fine. Luckily they put this conduit here as like a beacon to where it's at. Oh, it sounds like a heartbeat. Spooky. Alright. Let's get out of here. Where was the way out? There's the conduit. Oh, over here. Oh, gotta beat the water pressure. And we made it back out. Alright, so that's what we're gonna need to do. We're gonna have to activate the rift portal and then enter the rift, whatever that means. scary stuff. Anyways, we accomplished a lot this episode. I'm your host, Hummus28, and I'll see you guys next time.